Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're exploring a seriously beautiful, magical story called the Moonbeam Ship and the Celestial Ocean Star. Now, on the surface, it looks like this super whimsical adventure, filled with glowing ships and starry oceans. But as we follow along today, I think we're actually going to uncover some surprisingly deep truths about belonging and the lengths we sometimes go to just to feel seen. I am so incredibly excited to share this journey with you, so let's just jump right in. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever felt like you needed something special just to be noticed? It's a deeply, deeply human feeling. We all crave validation, right? We all want to feel like we actually matter to the people around us. Often, we think we need this shiny title, a massive achievement, or some kind of external treasure just to earn that attention. This shared psychological reality is exactly the hook of today's story, and honestly, it forms the emotional core of everything that's about to happen. Section 1. The Magic Compass. Our story starts in the peaceful seaside town of Starfish Bay with a curious little girl named Ava. And Ava is constantly looking up at the moon, just wondering what magical secrets might be hidden out there among the stars. Well, the adventure kicks off right here on her usual beach. Ava spots something shining in the sand. It's a tiny silver compass, and literally, the exact moment she picks it up, it begins to glow. The needle spins faster and faster, completely defying the laws of physics. Suddenly, a blinding beam of moonlight strikes the ocean, and rising out of the sparkling water is this magnificent vessel, the Moonbeam Ship. Its sails are made of pure silver starlight, and its deck sparkles like diamonds. It's an absolutely incredible visual, basically representing a sudden, spectacular call to adventure. Moving into Section 2, the Celestial Ocean. After being welcomed aboard by Captain Orion, Ava is whisked away to an unbelievable hidden world right between the sky and the sea. They're sailing past floating islands drifting overhead, giant moon whales leaping effortlessly through the clouds, and silver dolphins just dancing alongside the ship's hull. So, the crucial point is this. Despite the overwhelming beauty of this realm, something is terribly wrong. The stars above are fading. Captain Orion explains the central crisis of our narrative. The kingdom's most vital, magical artifact, the Silver Star, has completely vanished. And the Silver Star isn't just some pretty object. Its vital function is to light up the night sky and, most importantly, guide dreamers safely home. And this brilliantly illustrates the stakes here. They absolutely couldn't be higher. Without the star, a suffocating darkness is going to slowly cover the celestial ocean, leaving dreamers completely lost in the dark. But if they can find it, vibrant starlight, safety, and hope are fully restored. The kingdom's entire ecosystem of dreams relies on recovering this one missing piece. Ava, of course, accepts the call to help. But she definitely doesn't do it alone. As she begins her search, she gathers this really fun team of whimsical, unique companions. We've got Splash the Silver Dolphin navigating the waters, Luna the Moon Owl offering an aerial perspective, and Twinkle the Star Fox helping track down clues on land. Now, these companions are way more than just cute sidekicks. They represent community and support. They show us that navigating dark and uncertain times requires relying on the diverse strengths of the friends around us. Together, this newfound team sets out on a precise quest. First, they cross the shimmering bridge of moonlight, testing their resolve. Then they delve into the echoing depths of the Crystal Tide Caves, searching for clues. Next, they brave the really dynamic, fast-paced sea of shooting stars. This sequential journey builds the narrative tension perfectly, step by step, until they finally arrive at their ultimate destination, the Island of Dreams. And sitting at the very peak of this island is a giant crystal lighthouse. This is where the mystery will finally be solved. Let's move to Section 3, the missing silver star, and see how this builds. The team finally enters the giant crystal lighthouse, fully expecting to confront whatever dark, malicious force stole the light. They find the star, but what they discover next completely flips the script. There is no grand villain here. Instead, curled right around the missing silver star, fiercely protecting it, is a shy, sad little moon dragon named Ophelia. When confronted, Ophelia offers this heartbreaking explanation. I borrowed the silver star because I thought nobody noticed me. And wow, this is the plot twist, right? It brings us right back to the question we asked at the very beginning of this explainer. Nova didn't want to plunge the world into darkness out of malice. Actually, scratch that. It wasn't about the darkness at all. Nova was just incredibly lonely. The dragon believed that by holding on to the most important, shiny thing in the kingdom, people would finally have to look at him. He sought external validation to cure his internal feeling of invisibility. This brings us to the real emotional crescendo of the narrative. Instead of getting angry, Ava smiles kindly, and delivers the core message of the story. You don't need a magical star to be important. And immediately, her companions back her up. Splash tells Nova, "We noticed you." Luna spreads her wings and says, "And we'd love to be your friend." Twinkle grinningly invites Nova to join all their future adventures. Guys, this is a masterclass in empathy. They disarm Nova's insecurity, not with punishment, but with the exact thing he was desperately searching for all along: genuine connection and unconditional belonging. With his heart full, Nova willingly helps them return the silver star to the Moonbeam Ship. And the exact moment it touches its crystal holder, boom! Thousands of stars instantly light up the sky. The floating islands glow brilliantly once again, and moonlight just dances across the waves. The celestial ocean sparkles brighter than ever before. This explosive visual climax isn't just about the physical light returning, It represents the sheer joy and energy that erupts when harmony, understanding, and true friendship are restored. The entire kingdom celebrates with a massive festival of stars and dreams. Section 4, The True Magic Within. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is what happens when the festival ends. The very next morning, Ava wakes up back in her own bed in Starfish Bay. Naturally, she assumes it was all just a spectacular dream. But then she looks over at her windowsill. Resting right there in the morning light is the tiny silver compass. It's undeniable proof. The adventure, the ship, Nova, and the lessons learned, they were all entirely real. So, what is the ultimate moral we can distill from this magical journey? First, you don't need special treasures like a stolen silver star, a fancy job title, or a bunch of social media likes to shine. Second, your kindness is what actually makes you special, just like Ava's kindness completely transformed Nova. Third, friendship and community give us our truest sense of belonging. And finally, your unique heart is enough. This narrative uses the framework of a fun, whimsical fairy tale to deliver a highly effective psychological truth. Our inherent worth isn't defined by what we possess, but by who we are and how we treat others. Which brings us to our final thought to leave you with today. What external silver star are you holding on to? Are you kind of like Nova, grasping at something outside yourself, just hoping to be seen? I challenge you to put that star down. Remember that your kindness, your unique heart, and your capacity for friendship are more than enough to light up the dark. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep reflecting, and I'll see you next time.
For more interesting videos, subscribe our YouTube channel